Happy New Year 2021.
Here is to the first episode of the F&A Show. Let's get started. My name is Freddie.
And my name is Arik, and we are Wedding in Ohio, and this is the F&A Show.
Welcome everybody to the F&A Show. My name is Freddie.
And my name is Arik. If you're watching this video, you're probably recently engaged or looking to get engaged, so we just want to say congratulations.
Usually after everything sets in, you realize we have a ton to do. Where do we even start?
How do I find a DJ? How do I find a photographer?
A florist, a wedding dress.
What do I do? What do I not do?
What works? What doesn't work?
Will my Uncle Benny pass out on the dessert table again? We've seen it. Now in this episode, we're gonna take you through how to find a DJ, how to work with your DJ, and the expectations you should have for your big day. Now there are two main things that wedding guests really remember from a wedding reception. Freddie, can you tell us what those are?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with food and music. We will talk about food in a later episode, but today we're gonna take you through the entire process, talk to you about what you should be budgeting for your DJ. We're also going to talk about some pitfalls that couples go through during their wedding preparations.
So the first frequently asked question is, what is a DJ?
I got this one. He's usually at your wedding and he's playing the music.
Yeah.
He's the guy that comes and plays the music. Wrong.
A DJ is so much more than just a jukebox, the guy that just comes in and plays the music. He is like the control tower at the airport. You see, they see everything that's coming in, everything that's going out. If things are falling behind, they are the ones responsible to catch things up. So they are the eyes and ears of everything that is happening at your wedding.
So the first thing that usually comes up though is, how much is the DJ gonna cost?
Sure, that's a really important question. It's usually the first question that we get after we start speaking with a couple. Your average cost for a wedding DJ in Ohio is anywhere from $800 to $1,300. Now those prices can vary also. You can find somebody less expensive, you can find somebody more expensive, but when you're averaging out the price, it's again between $800 to $1,300. Now this price should include some kind of lighting, whether it's up lighting, which typically is extra with your DJs, but at least the lighting for the dancing portion of your reception.
All right, we are now gonna take you through our top 10 list of finding and then working with your DJ. Number 10, call your potential DJ while you're shopping around.
Exactly. It is so important to pick up the phone and call. I know things are busy and it's so easy just to send an email, but you want to speak with your DJ. You want to hear that voice that's going to be making those announcements at your wedding. Number 9, be prepared with your vision.
So you want to make sure that the flow of the night goes great. Ultimately, that relies on the DJ. So you want to make sure your special dances, your first dances, your mother-son dances are going great with the setup of the DJ. Number 8, don't hide your DJs.
That's a good one. So you don't want to put them off somewhere in a corner or in a closet. You want them front and center. We've had a wedding actually in the past that we were off stage. You couldn't even see us on the dance floor. So that connection is so important between your DJ and all of your guests. Number 7, let your DJ know if they need to provide sound for your ceremony.
A lot of times, your ceremony is going to be at the same place as your reception. You see that a lot more often. So providing the music for your ceremony, depending on if it's going to be in a same location or separate location from your main hall, that could entail some more pricing details from your DJ. So it's important that you talk about that. Number 6, communicate your schedule and come up with a time frame for all formal events.
Your schedule is really important to the DJ. They have control over the entire evening, so they have to make sure when the dances are, when dinner is, speeches, all that is very important. That's the only way to keep the pace going and everything accurately going throughout the entire wedding day. Number 5, guest seating is important.
You're going to want to make sure that your elderly and your hard of hearing are not going to be sitting super close to the speakers. We see this more often than you would think. You get your older folks that are coming in and boom, they're right at that first table. Typically, we are going to continue doing what we're doing for you. At some point through the night though, they're going to be coming up and asking us to turn everything down. So just want to be mindful of where you're seating your guests with your DJ. Number 4, discussing unique ideas and your music.
If you have something in mind already that you want to hear, or a special dance you might have with your family and friends, make sure you're communicating that with your DJ just so they can come prepared and be able to put that into the full schedule of the night. Number 3, make sure you feed your DJs.
Yes, we are hungry. All your vendors are hungry. We're there for a really long portion of the day, actually the whole day, setting up, breaking down. You want to make sure we're taken care of. But more importantly, a recommendation, feed your DJs prior to all the formal dances. That's just going to be a good way you know we're back in our station, making sure your night's great. Number 2, how do you handle requests?
Requests are part of the entire night. You're going to get a ton of requests from all of your guests. Some songs may end up on your do not playlist, and you want to make sure that your DJ is not playing those songs. And other songs that are really good choices, we'll definitely play those. Your DJ should be playing those. And there's some songs that are just inappropriate for the night, and unfortunately, we will let the guests down easily and nicely, and we can't play it. Number 1, go over all of your music, bridal party pairings, and dances.
We cannot stress to you enough how important this is. You want to make this at least 2 weeks prior to your big day. Everyone's on the same page, all the names are right, all the music is right. You can always fine-tune things the day of, but having this information in front of us walking through that door is critical to making sure your day is great.
All right, we're gonna take you off-site right now to show you our equipment and our DJ setup for when we show up to do a wedding. Welcome to our basic DJ setup that you can expect to see when you're booking a wedding with Wedding in Ohio. We're gonna take you through some of these components that we have that are very important for your big day. These are backup systems, uplighting, and wireless microphones. We're gonna take you more in depth into that.
All right, so when booking your DJ, whether it be Wedding in Ohio or another DJ, make sure you ask them if they have a backup system. So everybody's had issues with laptops in the past. You got your main system, let's say that decides on your big night, that goes down. It is very critical for your DJ to have a backup laptop that is going to provide the exact same music that we provide with our main system. The key component to this backup system is this 1 terabyte hard drive. Everything that is on our main system is consisted in this piece right here. All I got to do is plug this in, and I am running this backup system just as if it was our main.
Another key component to any wedding is your lighting and what your DJ offers in that. That's always an extra that could be added on, but how key it is to the entire environment to your venue. We have lights down here behind our wall that just add to the overall ambiance of the evening. We also have the uplights that are back on this wall that could be changed to any single color that you would like, or different effects, whether strobe effects or jumping around from color to color. It just adds another key feature to your entire night that adds a little something to it.
So I just want to talk to you real quick about the importance of having a wireless microphone compared to a wired mic. As crazy as it sounds, some DJs out there, I believe, still carry those wired mics. Having a wireless mic, though, is so convenient when it comes to having toasts and just even walking around the room, interacting with the guests and things like that. You don't have to worry about anybody stepping on your wires, tripping over your wire getting pulled out of the microphone, and all of a sudden you're not speaking to anybody anymore. But having those wireless microphones are great. That's your basic overview of what you should be looking for when choosing a DJ. Back with us at the studio.
All right, we are so excited to bring our first ever guest onto the F&A show. Today with us, we have Michael and Randy Indre. first
Thank
guest
you.
ever. Welcome, welcome.
Thanks. We are happy to be here.
Absolutely.
So we DJ'd their wedding back in 2015. We wanted to bring another aspect to really what we do and show kind of the unique things that couples do at weddings. And Michael and Randy were that couple, 5 years ago now, almost 6 years ago that we've done your guys' wedding, and it still sticks out in our head of what you guys did.
We talk about it often at meetings.
That's good.
Couples that we bring on, we're always, hey, just a suggestion. This would be kind of cool for you guys to do. So, why don't we take us through what you guys did, and we'll get into like preparation and stuff, but explain to us and everybody out there what that big thing was.
All right. Well, in researching, planning for a wedding, you would eventually come across some videos, and a lot of the videos were about like flash mob dances at wedding receptions, and we got the idea to do this dance off, and that's how it all came about. Just we wanted to do what all the young whippersnappers were doing, so we came up with that idea.
And we were going to be different because we obviously weren't going to be as professional as the ones that you see on YouTube and everything. So it'd be more of a fun experience, for the guests. And that's really why we wanted to do it, is to make it memorable for people to continue to talk about it years after the fact. And, same thing for us. We always get 5 years later, your wedding was so much fun. We had such a blast. That was the best wedding we've been to. So it was definitely what we wanted out of that. It happened. It came to life. So that was very exciting.
So then having that fun aspect of it, is that where the idea with like the outfit changes and everything kind of came into? Because that was very unique.
And it was guys versus girls, and I wanted to win. And
well,
so
girls and bridesman.
Yeah, that's true. Bridesman, Sorry, Nick. And so I had a secret weapon waiting in the back. Waiting, and he came out like MC Hammer, gold lame, and the big chains,
Meanwhile, I was so excited that Mark was missing. I was like, yes, I knew he was the only one who could dance, just from all the times we've hung out. And again, him and his brothers, they can't dance. So meanwhile, I was like, this is perfect. Like, I don't know where Mark is, but like, we're definitely winning.
The crowd went berserk when Mark busted up on the scene.
You got a guy that disappears, comes back in dressed like MC Hammer out of nowhere with the gold pants. That was a cool moment.
That was great.
We ended it off with just had everybody clapping, right? So we said, Randy's side, what do you guys think? Everybody claps. Michael's side, everybody claps. Who was the winner?
I still have the inflatable gold trophy.
That was great.
Being unique, obviously, again, here we are almost 6 years later.
And
we're still talking about it. Right. You guys are on the show talking about it. Obviously, it had a big impact.
It really did.
And your guests still talking about it, too.
And you guys, your communication was top notch. The back and forth. It really helped make it happen really smoothly.
And you guys made it fun. You guys got the crowd involved in the entire thing. So
well, you guys
that
made it really
obviously
easy.
made a huge difference.
We had a great time as well. It was again super memorable wedding, and I was just so happy to have both of you here on the show. And thank you both for coming and sharing your story with everybody. And thank you guys.
Yes, thank you very much.
Appreciate both of you.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
So up next, we're going to be talking about Nicole and Tim and something unique that they did at their wedding. We're happy to share that with you as well.
Nicole and Tim, they did something, it was more of like a game. It was called a shoe game. So each couple, they took their shoes off. He was holding one of his and one of hers, vice versa. They sat back to back. We had a series of questions. They both at the same time raised one of the shoes, who they think is the correct answer. It was really fun, very unique. It got everybody engaged. Everybody was laughing, having a good time with it. We asked about 20 questions, and went through. And I have to say that they did flawless at their execution on answering these questions.
All right, here we are. We got a little fancy.
Fancy.
And we are ready to do our top 5 faux pas.
Number 5, bringing your drink onto the dance floor.
Leave your drink at the table. You don't need your drink on the dance floor. Go out there, shake those arms, have a good time, because you got bridesmaids, you got people not wearing shoes anymore, especially later on in the evening. So you don't want to drop anything on the dance floor, have glass everywhere, and cut up feet. Leave it at the table.
Number 4, roasting the bride and the groom during the toast.
It is not a good time for a roast. You want to keep that stuff when you're personally joking around. You could put a couple little things in your toast, but really it's not a roast of the bride or the groom or whoever. Be funny, be creative, but don't be mean.
Number 3, yelling at the DJ when they do not play your song.
Guess what? Some of the songs that you might be requesting could be on the do not playlist. So just because you want to hear the chicken dance, the bride and groom may not want to hear the chicken dance or anybody else. So unfortunately, we won't play that song.
Number 2, requesting a breakup song.
Not a very good song to play at a wedding where people just got married. So keep that in mind when requesting songs that they are appropriate for the event.
All right, and for your number 1, wedding faux pas.
F&A, Cotton, F&A.
Being toast before the toast.
Yes, we've seen this happen a few times where the bride and groom are a little toast before the toast even starts. So making sure that you're pacing yourself, that you're staying hydrated, not just with alcoholic beverages, but you're also eating from time to time as well. And just like that, pace yourself. It's gonna be a good night. And that wraps up our top 5 wedding faux pas. I really like the mustache. I kind of want to wear these shoes for weddings.
This is my mustache. Now it's time to give away some free prizes. So please like, subscribe, and share this video to enter to win 2 free t-shirts. You're also going to receive 2 exclusive F&A Show mugs.
All right, before we wrap it up, we're going to leave you with one last thought. And actually, I'm going to take my hat off. Get a little serious here. We know there's a lot to do. We've DJ'd hundreds of weddings. We know how much work goes into each wedding. We're married ourselves. I've been married for 15 years now. Freddie got married just a few months ago, so we know how quickly the day and the whole process goes. So it's really important to think and to remember to enjoy every moment. Special shout out to our good friend Tracy Stanek. She's the owner of Preheat to 350. She made these awesome figures of us out of cake and fondant. I mean, who knew we had just cartoon figures of us made out of cake? So thank you, Tracy, so much. You did an excellent job. We really appreciate it. And to commemorate really our first episode, which here we are. So thank you very much. All right, that does it for us here on the F&A Show. We hope this information was really helpful to you. We're gonna see you on the next episode, but we wanna thank all of the businesses, the local businesses here in Mentor, Ohio that opened up their doors to us to let us get some shots in. We had a really great time doing it, and we really appreciate it. So we will see you next time on the F&A Show.